Darn it, come on.
After the Sengoku Jidai, peace reigned for 200 years. In Kyoto, the emperor continued as divine head of state. But real power was held by the Tokugawa shogunate. For 2 centuries, they ruled with absolute authority. Japan prospered. The people were content. In 1853, American warships changed everything. The shogun abandoned his people and signed the Treaty of Peace and Amity. The gates to Japan were open. Trade was established, but the agreements favored the Western powers. The economy faltered, and the people suffered. In 1863, the emperor overruled the shogun. An imperial decree ordered the expulsion of all Western powers. No longer would Japan be westernized. The time had come to strike back. Western powers gave their answer.
Prepare to run out the guns. On my command, fire!
The treacherous Westerners brought death to our people. The shogun no longer commanded respect or loyalty. Imperial rule had to be restored. To strengthen our position, the emperor made peace with the British. We will study their ways and discover their secrets. Only then can we destroy the shogun and return honor to Japan. The emperor must be victorious. Saga Domain. Our clan, the Nabeshima, have long served as guardians of Nagasaki, Japan's only point of contact with Westerners during its seclusion. As such, we have come to understand much of Western technology and way of life. We will use this understanding to depose the shogun and reinstate the emperor for the good of Japan. Our first priority should be to establish ties with other imperial loyalists on Kyushu, whilst crushing those who still support the shogunate. It is imperative that we then establish a navy, allowing us to support our allies on the mainland in their fight against the shogunate. Kyoto and Edo must be brought under imperial control. When full-scale war finally erupts between imperial and shogunate forces, the people of Saga will be at the vanguard, leading Japan into a bright and glorious future. Long live the Emperor!
The Boshin War is a conflict between...
Now you're probably wondering, why
say, what?
I'm using the Imperial, what is it? I didn't even introduce myself yet, did I? Alright, good morning guys. It's Lewted with another dank stream. Now you're probably wondering why, where am I? Why I'm playing as the Saga clan instead of a Shogunate clan, because the Shogunate clans have access to Shogitai. And the Aizu have better traditional lists overall. And it's just because I wanted to try something new.
Yes, my lord.
Now, in this one, I'm going to try to
ready for orders. Your orders, sir.
I'm pretty good in naval battles and Fall of the Samurai. But in this campaign, I'm going to try to stay...
Advisor, gentleman, part-time rogue, and at your service.
I'm going to try to stay at development 1, which is this, which gives you minus 20% to the recruitment cost of traditional units, plus 2 morale traditional units, and plus 2 to the experience of traditional units. If you were to go 2, you still get some bonuses, but then you're more likely to get to level 3 because of all these technologies. But to be honest, I don't want to risk it.
Attention, you slovenly samurai!
Battle ready, sir.
You know what? I'll just fight this. Because why not? Just give me a second. I'm just using my iPad for reasons. I wonder if I can use it to see if people join chat. Give me a second. Because it says I'm offline. probably can't. Alright, let's just get my men into formation. Now, I don't know if most people know this, but in naval battles and total war games, you'll want to try to, when you're coming up against the enemy, go against the wind. Zigzag. You should try zigzagging, but it's kind of micro-intensive. Still worth it. Zigzag. Yeah, zigzag and so forth. Anyway, we're gonna start. After a patch, it made the crew sing, because that's what they used to do. But none. I didn't know they did it in Fall of Samurai 2, but they did.
Prepare to attack, sir.
Now they're all the way over here. My goal is to take out this ship first because it's not easy to take it out. Now I have a copper-plated hull. Now, copper-plated hulls aren't that useful. I mean, according to the research, the thing you have to research to get it, to get the dock that gives you them, I think it's a military port. Apparently they're used to make sure that the wood, it helps the wood not decay, so it decays less faster, and apparently that helps them to go faster and live longer without needing too many repairs. The iron hulls just make the hulls stronger, and you have to use regular armor-piercing shells. You can use, what is it called? You can use advanced armor-piercing shells, but I won't need those. Now it's extremely good to manually use your ships, or whether it be first-person mode or your broadsides, because broadsides are more effective. In Napoleon, I'd rarely see people use broadsides, even though it's super effective. I wish I had the Twitch app on my iPad, but I don't know the password. Anyway, we're almost in range. What I'm gonna have is I'm gonna have these two boats actually go behind the bigger boat, because obviously these gunboats cannot withstand the same broadsides as this boat can. And then I'm going to use this boat to take up most of the fire from our ship over here while giving some good fire as well. It's usually the smaller ships that you want to circle your enemy with. You just have to be careful when you're using gunships to go around like ships that are this big, because what ends up happening is, so what happens is then the other side fires.
Sir, your general is in terrible danger.
Immediately! Following orders! Fire!
Now they can fire at will. Broadsides probably wouldn't be that effective on the ship, so I'm going to fire at will. However, I'm starting to get hit hard. Alright, that ship's gone. Wait, I'm ready to fire. Oh shoot. That was a little bit off. I got a little bit careless with that. Let me just try to...
Your general is under attack, sir.
Following orders! Immediately!
I'm doing good so far.
Your general is under attack, sir.
So I lost my main ship. Now my gunboats are on fire. That's not good. I could actually use this.
A ship has come about, sir.
Yeah.
It is withdrawing.
I have to be careful now. How is oh, that's not good. Oh boy. I'm just wondering how it just turns so quickly. Usually a ship that big isn't supposed to turn that quickly. Oh well. Ships that big are not supposed to turn that quickly.
Retreat! Retreat! At your command. Sir?
On the good side, it does free up some
Setting sail, sir!
income.
Ready for orders.
Assuming that's a good thing. However, I just lost any naval advantage I had at the beginning
Your
of this
orders,
campaign.
my lord. As you command. At your command.
Ready for orders. As you command.
See, in naval battles, you'll always lose against someone with a higher development level because they'll be able to get higher tier shells. In naval battles in the future, I'm going to suffer hard if I don't get level 2 development. On land, I'll suffer against guns, except on rough terrain, where there's a lot of force.
Yes, my lord.
At your command.
And then access to parrot guns is great. But I gotta protect the crew or else I can lose the gun. What a great way to start off a campaign. Lose your naval advantage and then lose trade.
My sword for you, my lord.
I need a KO Maru. However, I can't recruit
Your
one
orders, my lord.
because that's damage. It's gonna be a while before I can even repair it. I might just let it slowly repair itself, because I don't need trade with anyone right now. One thing I do like about Fall of the Samurai is that Samurai have 150 men.
Yes, my lord.
Which is, of course, is nice.
At your command. As you wish, my lord.
I think for the time being after this, I'm just going to settle. I might not actually want to have peace with them right now, but I might have no choice. One thing I do hate about Shogun 2 overall is how all naval units have the same stats. It just comes down to men.
You have further orders.
And of course we're going to be fighting near the smuggler's den. It's victories like these that can force somebody to make peace. Like, I mean, if I win this, I can force them to make peace with me. The general's right here. Can't put it here. Maybe it's just because of that. Oh well.
Spear levy! Spears to the fore! Yari kachi! Yari at the ready!
I'm gonna move them up.
Spears ready, sir! Atamado! Matchlocks primed, sir!
Prepare to attack, sir!
Spear! Spear levy! Charge! Gaze our enemy! At the double! Atamado! At the double! Spears at the ready! Let them taste trial! Spears at the ready!
Spears are cost.
At the double! At the double!
Spear levy are cost effective.
Sir, your general is under attack!
Retreat! At the devil!
Before I do that,
Spear waving! Sweep them from the field! Atamudo! Regroup!
I did charge to the back should left.
Spears at the ready! Generals, go! Spears ready, sir!
And then these guys should hold them off for long.
Spears to the fore! General and guard! Fall back! Retreat!
You have triumphed over the enemy!
Good stuff. I just want to kill the general to make sure that this is a complete victory.
We cannot stand against them! General and guard!
Yeah, I got the general. I'm pretty sure, dude.
Atamudo!
I think that's pretty good. Now, I was supposed to stream yesterday, but unfortunately got caught up and stuff. If I'm lucky, I might actually be able to make these guys my vassal. Vassals are great unless you want to become a republic or you want to be independent.
Laying an ambush, my lord. Your next word, my lord.
I actually might be able to.
I
No.
do not wish to listen.
Can't even make peace with them.
Your orders, my lord. Concealed from view.
Excuse me. It's this one that I like. I always like getting this trait. 15% to the running speed of all units in battle. I haven't tried like Yari key, bow key speeds, but I assume they're the same as the regular Shogun 2. It would actually suck if I got assassinated. But then again, I never have good line of sight without a good agent with me. Now, my good man here, Gregory Last, which is a British man, is going to help me train my troops. And I need bravado. Supervising recruitment could be useful. Military administration is the best, though. Plus 25 ammunition. I'll need that for my bow key and my bow catchy. I don't know about this. However, plus 5 charge can never go unattended, especially for Yari key. You actually have less charge than Shogun 2 Yari Cav. Accuracy of infantry and cav, bow key and bow catchy, maybe even matchlock catchy. This is also needed. So I already know what I want. Like I said, I do need a Keiyo Maru. It's impossible to get naval superiority if you don't tech up. Like, I know that. And it's also impossible to have superior armies in multiplayer if you're going to be a traditionalist. It's impossible. You'll always be at a disadvantage if you're trying to be a traditionalist and you're going up against guns. Always. It's just Shogun 2, regular Shogun 2. You have a base disadvantage because you don't have the same damage output. Matchlocks do good damage, but they don't have the same range as a musket would. Now, muskets don't have bayonets, which is weird because in World War I they had bayonets, and during the Napoleonic Wars they had bayonets. Even in the early 18th century they had bayonets, even if they were plugged bayonets. But that doesn't matter. In Fall of the Samurai, line infantry don't have bayonets, but they do have a bonus of 5 bonus versus Cav, which still doesn't help them against Cav. It does help them against Yariki if they stay in combat for too long, though. I wonder if I can get my Twitch thing to work on my iPad. There we go. Now it works. Okay, so now I can use it to see comments and stuff. So I don't have to alt-tab and do that stuff. Now what I do need is that thing that gives out geisha. I need that. I'll need bow.
Destination reached.
I'll need bow catchy. Obviously because they have longer range than most muskets. However, they don't have they don't have the same range as, actually they have the same range as sharpshooters, so against sharpshooters bow catchy would lose unless there's a shot blocker. And our British man leveled up.
My sword for you, my lord.
Now, what do I want first? I want this first. Plus 5% to the agent's chances of being killed in single combat versus minus 5% to the chances of successful foreign veteran actions. I gotta pick my poison. I don't want to. No. I don't know, man. To get killed in single combat, that actually sucked because I tend to fight generals like that. That's how I kill some generals sometimes.
Ready for orders.
Now right now I'm just upgrading my buildings. Again, I do have to be careful when it comes to modernization because I want to stay level 1.
Lying in wait.
Oh, I haven't heard of Nobunaga's Ambition yet. I didn't even know they were coming out with a new game. I mean, I think I've heard of it, but I haven't like gone into the, I haven't like gone deep into that universe. I'll give it a look though. Nobunaga's Ambition. Okay, I'll give it a look after I'm done streaming. Now, I've never used Matchlock Catchy in a main army. Like, I used it initially, and they're quite useful for deterring enemy cav, but you also have to be careful of friendly fire. Because in this game, archers don't cause friendly fire, but matchlocks and guns do, as well as fire bombs. However, in Fall of the Samurai, you don't have to deal with that. You do have to deal with it in Rise of the Samurai. And they're pretty useless if you're not playing
Yes,
Siege.
my lord.
Maybe good if your men are charging, like if they're charging you actually. Now, I used to wonder why Yarikachi would cost more than Katanakachi. Katanakachi have 17 melee attack and 6 melee defense. Yarikachi have 12 melee attack and 12 melee defense right now because of their they both have that because of their bonuses. The reason why Yarikachi costs more is not because of the bonus versus cav. Because if you took away the bonus versus cav, they'd probably still cost more. It's because they're more balanced. If you consider their melee attack and melee defense, because these two have the same charge bonus, and it's kind of weird because I think if you get line infantry, they have a better charge than Katanakachi and Yarikachi, but anyway. Yarikachi have 12 attack and defense, and that is 24 total. These guys have 17 attack and 6 defense, which is 23 total. So these guys have a point more than these guys, but Katanakachi would win against Yarikachi. It's funny because in melee, if these guys were to charge at a good distance, they'd still get tired at the same rate. However, Katanakachi would get tired first. It comes out early September. And I'm okay with like the Sengoku period. I think the Sengoku Jedi was pretty interesting. But the only reason I looked it up is because I got Shogun 2 and was interested in it. If I'm lucky, I can actually get a Yakuza hideout pretty early. I've never been able to do that in Fall of the Samurai. If I don't get bombarded next turn, if I don't get bombarded 2 turns, then I can get it. Otherwise, I can't. Trading with the Western powers early on gives you an advantage, because you get the foreign veteran early, which means you can train your men early, which also means you can get a level 6 foreign veteran earlier than other factions. And I mean, I can't argue with that. One more turn. Early game, I tend to focus on expanding, but I also like to focus on my home region's wealth, because that's where most of your income comes from. And it's always vital to have a trading port in your home port so you can make the most money. Because having it, like, for example, over here, if I were to, well, let's just say these guys weren't my allies. If I were to take over their territories here, if I get cut off here, then most of my income from trading, if it was my trading point was over here, wouldn't come to Nagasaki. And obviously I can't.
Command.
I don't like that. So I get an early Yakuza hideout. Doesn't change anything when it comes to geisha, but it does give you more trade income for tariffs. Tariffs, as you might know, are taxes that you give that are put onto certain goods. I used to not understand how, I didn't understand how tariffs worked in Shogun 2, and I still kind of don't. However, the longer your, how should I say it, the longer your trade relationship lasts and the more goods you have, the more income you make from tariffs. In 2 turns, I'm gonna try to make well, whatever you call it to get a geisha. It's not to get geisha though, it's to give myself more income. Because if I wanted to go and make a cottage weaver or whatever it is, I'd have a big problem with modernization.
My sword for you, my lord.
Now, when it comes to trading with the Western powers, the imperialists deal with the British more. The shogunate deals with the French. However, sometimes you can actually have the Americans. Usually the Americans are more prone to, like, republics. But sometimes you can actually get the Americans, and that's pretty nice. Don't need one right now. That's done, so I can tech up or like that. And let me just see if I can go here. See, I'm exporting tariffs only. I'm not exporting any goods, but I think this gets bigger, like the more goods you get. I don't have coal, I don't have that. And the only way you can get machines is if you're trading with the Western factions. There was a glitch in one of my campaigns in which I was actually trading with them, but I didn't get any of these resources, even though I wasn't being raided. Oh, and cotton too, I think. However, I thought you could get cotton from province. You probably can't though. No, it's only silk. Silk and tea, because tea can get from Satsuma. I mean Hyuga. Okay, so you can't get cotton. Interesting. Now I think it's impossible to get 100% tax rate. The highest I've ever seen was 68. However, I didn't have my tax rate at max. Because that damages your growth per turn. That puts me at half. If I get 2 more tech, what is it? 2 plus 2 to modernization, then I'll probably have level 2, and I don't want that.
Ready for orders.
See, at very high I could be making this much money. At minimal I'd be making 995. I've never had it at high. Because I just don't need to.
Your orders, my lord.
Wait. No, you can get like 1 more chevron of experience if you get a master dojo. But I don't think that's a big deal since I already have a foreign veteran. However, if I did get it early, it would be -2 to modernization. Doesn't really matter to me. I tend to have a max of 4 bokachi. This time I'm going to bring 3, because I'm going to be bringing 2 bokav or boki. Now during the first few turns I'm not going to be fighting anyone because I don't have a navy anymore. No, it's kind of tricky because I used to think that the imperialists were the ones that wanted modernization and the shogunates were the ones that didn't want it. Whether you're pro-emperor or pro-shogun, it doesn't matter because you can, either one of them can be for or against modernization. Now, if you were to go here and you went to family and council, you could actually change your allegiance. The difference between the imperialists and the shogunates isn't modernization, but it's units. The shogunate forces, all shogunate factions have access to the 2 extra units within this within the dojo chain, which is this one. If you were to get a master dojo, you'd have access to Shogatai, and if you have a another building, if it's called the Shinzengumi headquarters, you have access to the Shinzengumi police force. It's a hybrid between a samurai unit and a gun unit. They have guns, but they are also pretty strong in combat. They're a lot stronger than other line infantry when it comes to fighting Yariki, but they'll still probably lose to Saber Cav. So, I am pro Emperor right now, and it shows it somewhere. Yeah, so I'm pro Emperor. Most of the western side of Japan is pro Emperor too. Now the units over here do have access to Shogatai. However, the Imperialists have access to... They don't have access to better units, but they have access... They tend to get more money, I think. It's easier for them to get more money. Because people used to complain that the Imperialists have a disadvantage. I mean, not the Imperialists. The Imperialists have a disadvantage because the 2 factions that are, like, you have to buy with a DLC, which is Sega and the Tsu. I think I pronounced that right. Which are over here. The Sega and the Tsu don't get extra units. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. The difference between the Emperor and Shogunate forces. These 2 factions, the Sega and Tsu, don't get extra units. Whereas Satsuma, Chosu, and Tosa, they get Satsuma gets Black Bear Infantry, Chosu gets White Bear Infantry, and Tosa gets Red Bear Infantry. Whereas the other 2 factions don't. However, if you were to go to the Shogunate forces, all 5 Shogunate factions have access to what is it? The Shogatai and Shinzengumi police force. I think what's interesting about the DLC factions is that they have interesting traits and an interesting position, because that's what it said on the description. Because I got this game, like, I think 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago, because this came out in 2012. Because it was a year before Rome 2 came out. Now, I rarely use Kisho Ninja in battle because of their numbers. If they were to get caught by a cavalry unit, they'd probably lose. Now, just keep in mind that in Shogun 2 and Fall of the Samurai, there is no Parthian shot, which means that bow cav can't fire backwards. They can only fire in front of them. And I think that's historically accurate. I don't think the Japanese were well enough to do that. I don't think they had stirrups either. Whoa. Where'd you come from? I think that's my... Wait, that doesn't look like my ally. Oh. Oh shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Those guys changed. My ally. Whew, boy. They just changed sides, so they're no longer my ally.
Yes, my lord.
Whew, boy. Yeah, that's not good.
Very well.
Now I actually have to build up a force. These guys are more likely going to attack me. Actually, I'd be better off not going full catchy right now. Go straight into Yariki. Ooh, boy. I don't know if I can. Yeah, they're going against me now, full force. Yep. Yep. I wasn't expecting this, but oh well. I don't think I'll have enough time to get my Yariki. Unfortunately, I don't think I can use my foreign veteran to kill off Geisha. I don't think I can slow them down either. So unfortunately, I wasn't expecting this. But it does happen in campaigns. Even these guys, which are like on the eastern side of Japan, are declaring war on me. And this tends to happen a lot if you don't have a lot of allies. I won't even be able to get my Yarikachi. I mean my Katana Kachi. I can't win this. I can't, but I can try. I can try, but I won't win. I should have built a bigger army. And if I lose, what I'm just gonna do is go back to my autosave and play from there. Again, there's like no way I could win.
Guns.
But I will try.
Destroy the enemy. Wipe them out. Command.
Which side has... This side has some units. What I could have done was, I could have...
We are ready to defend, sir!
If I was smarter, I could have harassed this army, or if they had declared war on me. When they declared war on me, I should have... Actually, before they declared war on me, when I saw that army, I should have got the Katana Kachi. Katana Kachi can rip through pretty much all of these units except the Hatamato.
Orders, sir. Guns prepared, sir. Guarding. Spears at the ready. Spears at the ready, sir. Guarding. Spears at the ready. Spears at the ready, sir. Guarding. Spears at the ready. Spears at the ready, sir. Guarding. Spears at the ready. Spears at the ready, sir. Guarding. Spears at the ready. Spears at the ready, sir. Guarding. Spears at the ready.
Now, it's units that, like the Yarikachi, that I want to take out first.
Engage the enemy! Ready for orders!
My line of sight's
Levies
blocked.
awaiting orders! Let them taste the steel! Fire up guns!
I don't think it's because of these guys like.
Connect them! Ready yourselves! The levy is ready! Levies awaiting orders! Sweep them from the field! Matchlock Kachi!
I don't think this is going to be close at all, man.
The levy is ready, sir!
To be 100% honest, there's no way I can win this. Unless I cause a mass rout, which I could do. I've been in this position before and I've won. However, I had Katana Kachi. Instead, this time I only have Yarikachi. If I can kill the general, or get him to rout early, I could probably cause a mass rout.
Spear levy! Fire on guns! Awaiting orders! Destroy them! The lady is ready, sir!
A tower has fallen into enemy hands.
I got the general. Oh, thank God. I got the general. Oh, man, I actually might win this. I just got the general.
Your orders, sir!
Let the mass rout begin. It's happening, guys. It actually is happening. Yep, you're routing.
Ladies at your command! Matchlock Kachi! Yarikachi! At the double! Spear levy! At the double!
Look at this. I don't believe this.
Spears at the ready! At the double! The lady is ready, sir! In order! At the double! Pistol target! Stand fast! Arrows ready, sir! Guns prepared, sir! Chariots ready!
Yeah, and that's it.
Your victory is close, sir.
You'd never see something like that in a hard campaign. You would never see that in another stream. Never. I kid you not, if you see something like this happen, tell me right away. So I survived against an army that was 2,730 men strong. The other general is still alive, so I have to still deal with him. But it does give me time to get my katana catchy. Yeah, the morale of Levy infantry is pretty weak. Tosa went shogunate, and so did Chosu. Why is this happening? I don't get it. Are they all ganging up on me? Because they're more likely to declare war on me next turn. I actually have to have an alliance with the Satsuma then.
Be welcome, my friend. I have ordered sake prepared to whet our wits and warm our hearts.
They're probably going to change too. Yeah, because everyone's going shogunate, that actually might mean that I'm going to be fighting multiple people. So it's time to... So I have this army right here that I have to deal with. Goto Island. I have the Hirado army right here. I don't know what Chosu has. And Tosa is probably going to use their navy to bombard me. Assuming that they declare war on me, that is. So I'm in a really bad position because I wasn't expecting these guys to turn on me. And I definitely wasn't expecting these two factions to go shogunate. But it is what it is. If Satsuma... Yeah, see, they're going to declare war on me. And they're going to declare war on me too. So now they're at war with me. And poor me has to deal with all of these armies. And of course they're going to try to fight me again. This time they're not going to try to siege me, but want me to come to them and fight them. This is why you don't do hard campaigns, guys. Fukuyama, Katsuno abandoned the Imperial cause. However, Hirado joined the Imperial cause. These guys were just against us, and now they're back on the Imperial side.
Speak.
I have to
if you
defeat
must.
this army in order to have peacefulness. If I lose this battle though, I'm gonna lose the campaign. I should win with these. All I have to do is frontally charge the levy here. And that's it. I'm gonna quick save it though, because I might lose. I mean, if I lose, I lose. But I don't want to lose. Let me just get some juice. Alright. See, I could play in a... I can do this in a fog. I can attack now, but I'd have reduced visibility. Ships and missile units fire with reduced accuracy and range. Technically, they don't have a reduced range, but they can't. They do have reduced accuracy. I tested it. And enemy units are concealed by fog at long distance. That is also true. Because they have more missiles, it'd be better if I fought like this. However, I do have an artillery unit. If I can repeat what I did last battle, then kill the general pretty early, this should be an easy fight. I matchlock Kachi. Front line. Second line. Last line and generals.
The men are ready to attack, sir.
Oops, not even in range yet.
Awaiting orders.
I'm gonna let them come to me a little bit. I hope I can do this. It looks like they're running to me.
General Scott!
The general will try to run out of range. Probably will get out of range.
General and guard!
I'm gonna make a suicidal charge frontally with my cow, because that will weaken them and it won't allow them to.
Engage the enemy!
Your general is under attack.
Now this might look like a really big cluster of troops. Well, I can assure you I will win this fight. Now the line should go because my unit is superior. Except this way, it's easy. I got the general. Thank God. I got the
You
general.
have triumphed over the enemy.
Another glorious victory. This time I might just chase them down a bit.
Ready to attack, sir! Attack! Now!
Unfortunately, I don't have the RT, so I can't chase them completely. But my automaton should be able to get some good kills. Thanks guys for believing in me. And yes, I did quite crush them. This is kind of why you need Gary catching the army. They have rapid advance, whereas Katana Kachi don't. Which means that they can get into combat quicker. Force these guys to make peace with me, as now I'm going to be defending for the majority of the campaign. I'll probably talk about that more once I'm done.
General and God! General and God!
Remember guys, this is hard. This is a hard campaign, not like usual normal. I was going to do very hard, but just decided not to. Anyway, I think that's enough. Lost 226 men, we lost 1,767. I still think I got a pretty good value out of it. I have to force these guys to make peace with me for us.
My sword for you, my lord.
Oh, these guys do, I'm taking them over.
So then, what have you to say today? Well, my ear...
Up to your command, without delay.
My next faction I'm going to be focusing on is this one. I'm probably going to have to resort to ambushing for the time being.
Stand to, men!
Remember, Katana Kachi don't have Rapid advance. Which is also one of the reasons why they cost more than Katana Kachi. They have an ability whereas Katana Kachi don't. Shogatai have an ability too, but it gives them a debuff after it's done. It's an invisible debuff though. And our British man leveled
Ready
up
for
once again.
orders. Waiting for the enemy.
This time I'm doing this one because that will lead me to +2 to the melee attack of all units. I think the Satsuma are also going to go pro Shogun. However, they're making pretty good progress, I won't lie.
Come, let us take tea and talk. Then after we have agreed, what other pleasure?
I'll have to wait a little bit longer, but I have to make friends.
Please, speak. Welcome. Be seated.
As a Greek person once said, after war, make allies. I mean, after peace, make allies. Or make alliances. Sorry guys, I just had a phone call and I had to do some stuff. On top of that, I'm also thinking of ways I can beat this army.
Yes, my lord.
I think for a while I'm going to have to resort to just ambushing. Actually, a navy wouldn't be a good idea right now. Excuse me. A good idea right now. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. What should I do? What should I do? I didn't want to break my alliance with them. Darn it. I actually might have to, for myself. What a shame. You know what, I'm just gonna break my alliance with them. It's not worth it. Wait, am I still at war with Satsuma? Darn it. I might have to go back and still fight them anyway. Because I mean, just the outcome's the same. My war with them. However, I still have them as my vassal. Sometimes they'll wait a turn or something. guess I'll have to wait for Boki.
My sword for you, my lord.
Probably get some more Yarikachi. Oh boy. So much running around for nothing. Oh. Hopefully I don't have to run around anymore. Get back to my campaign. They are quite aggressive. They are aggressive in Empire, Napoleon, and Shogun 2, from my experience on hard campaigns. In Rome 2, they change a little bit. They're aggressive, but it's kind of like you have to trigger something. For them to be aggressive. Sometimes if you have a lot of allies, they're not as aggressive. Or if you have a strong ally. No matter what, though, in Shogun 2, during a realm divide, they'll be aggressive to you. Factions will eventually become aggressive. Anyway, back to the game. That's the Obama clan. I mean, they don't have the best of starting positions. And they declared war on me too. my best chance is to slowly but surely defeat all of these armies. Because eventually... yeah. Eventually there's a Satsuma we're going to declare war on me. So now I'm at war with 3 of the other 4 major imperial factions. Oh, Jesus. The Chosu have a modernized army.
Your orders, my lord. There is no higher honor. Is there nothing else?
So I do have to rely on 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 units, and I can have a bigger army. Unfortunately, I cannot wait for my
Ready for orders.
Master Dojo. This actually might be a massive attack of all of the armies joining up on me.
Is that all, my lord?
I don't think it's about the principles, I think it's about the loyalty to their own
Playing an ambush, my
clans.
lord.
I mean, they're trying to do what's best for their clan, not necessarily what's best for, like, either the emperor or the shogun. With the exception of Satsuma, because historically they and the Chosu wanted to see the emperor reinstated to, the emperor come out victorious, and then the Aizu, which wanted the shogun to come out victorious. Now I have a choice. I can either go defensive and then fight all these forces at once, or I can fight on land and or fight all these forces at once.
At your command.
Either way, I'm at a disadvantage. See, if I try to go back into my castle, then I'll probably be able to defend it a lot easier. However, I'll have to deal with the fact that my Yariki can't go anywhere. I could probably get them out of the castle before the battle starts and then have them hide somewhere. I'm going to do something that I've never done before, and that's... I'm going to have to save it here, because I might not actually win this. There's the chance that I might not, there's the chance that I might. Who knows? I'm going to try it.
Death and honor.
Now during a night attack, obviously, you can't reinforce, so these two armies will just be there. If I wasn't doing a night attack, I'd have a huge disadvantage. Yeah, I tend to like having disadvantages in battles. It makes me like want to try harder. In this case, my disadvantage is numbers. It's not like my units. I mean, they have Shogatai, mind you, but this army's pretty easy. I should win with these. It's not this army that I'm afraid of, it's the other two. Because the other two are major factions, and that's probably why they have a bigger army. Just give me 1 minute because I have to do something extremely quickly. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Oops. I should be done for now. Let's get this battle started. Sure, why not?
some spearmen!
Here's some spearmen!
Spears at the ready!
Alright. I'm gonna try to win not using my main melee infantry, but just using bowmen.
Artillery awaiting orders!
But an artillery. It actually might not be in range, so I might have to just move up. I wonder if they'd be in range here. No, they're still out of range, out of the probably the majority of the men.
Prepare to attack, sir.
Then again, the general probably.
Sweep them from the
Your orders, sir!
The mountains tremble in fear! Destroy the enemy!
If the battle gets RE and they close in, I'll have a problem. My goal is to try to preserve as many katana as I can, because I'll need them in the future. I don't need to use all of my forces to defeat this army, is what I'm saying. And if you have a clear advantage over your enemy, don't try to use all of your forces.
The review panel contains the unit or ship cards representing your force. Clicking on a card
I know that already.
selects
This is going to take a while, I think.
My order! Sweep them from the field!
Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, it doesn't say that they're fast.
Sweep them from the field!
Over there! The enemy! Guns prepared, sir! My orders, Lord! Ready for order!
Alright, I'm in range.
What are orders? Ready to loose! At the double! Let them taste steel! General's gone! Let them taste our steel! Draw swords! Moving forward, my lord!
Your orders, sir! Artillery awaiting orders!
When they get into range of my
My
bow,
orders, lord!
catchy, that's when you have to be afraid.
Ready to loose!
That's close enough.
My orders, lord!
That's close enough. See, they're just gonna hurt a lot of my men.
Victory is assured, sir!
But yeah, that battle's pretty much over.
Retreat! Break off!
Alright, so now we're going to move up to, I think it's the Chosu that's next.
If only I could. Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord.
I can still attack them, okay.
My sword for you, my lord.
That was a pretty good battle. Now if I went up against this one, I could take out the Shogutai pretty early. However, if I'm careless, I'd lose my Katana Kachi. And then I have to deal with the generals, which would take longer. They both have 3 generals, but this one has a Saber Cav. This one doesn't. They have Shogutai instead. This is more of a levy infantry or musket army.
At your command.
And just quickly save it. Because I'm very skeptical I might not be able to defeat both of them. Anyway, what army did I just defeat? Let's see if I can make them into...
I have better things to do than listen to an old woman's prattle. Speak and try to make sense!
I knew they wouldn't. Probably won't.